Have you ever made a big, enthusiastic plan for the week, only to find that when the time actually comes, your future self wants absolutely nothing to do with it? Well, if that sounds familiar, you've been tricked by a hidden glitch in your own thinking, a really common mental trap called projection bias. So, where does this all start? It begins with this really powerful and honestly universal feeling that creates a kind of trap for our brains, a trap that convinces us the present moment is all that really matters. I mean, think about how you feel this very second. Whether you're energized, tired, totally calm, or stressed out, that state feels incredibly real, doesn't it? It feels solid. It doesn't feel temporary. It feels like the honest-to-goodness truth of who you are. And because of that powerful feeling, you just naturally assume that what you want right now is what you're going to keep on wanting. Your desires, your tastes, your priorities, all of it feels like it's been set in stone. But here's the twist. That feeling of permanence? It's basically an illusion. Your present self is out there making promises that your future self has absolutely no intention of keeping. So, this predictable little error in our thinking, this mental shortcut, it actually has a name. Let's define it, because once you can name it, you can start to spot it. And that's the first step to overcoming it. It's called projection bias. Okay, so what does that really mean in plain English? It just means you're taking a snapshot of your current internal state, your emotions, your desires, your energy, and you're projecting it onto your future self, assuming they'll feel the exact same way. The present basically becomes the blueprint for the future. Now, I know projection bias might sound a bit academic, a little bit textbooky, but the real question is, how does this actually play out in everyday decisions? The answer is pretty much everywhere. Oh, this is the classic tale of two selves, isn't it? When you're full from lunch, feeling all virtuous, you go grocery shopping and you confidently buy kale and quinoa. But later that night, when you're hungry, you're staring into the fridge just baffled by your past self's choices. Or how about this one? You're feeling energetic in the evening, so you commit to a 6 a.m. workout. But when that alarm rings, that motivation is long gone. The conditions changed, and so did you. So why does our brain take this shortcut? I mean, why fall for this over and over? Well, it's because imagining a truly different future emotional state is actually really hard work for our brains. It's abstract. But your current feelings? Oh, they're vivid, they're immediate, and they're powerful. So your brain just fills in the vague gaps about the future with the easiest data it has, whatever is happening right now. Okay, so this might seem like a minor inconvenience, right? Like you bought the wrong snacks, big deal, but the cumulative effect of projection bias is actually far from harmless. This little glitch has some real hidden dangers. You see, when we consistently make decisions based on our present mood, it leads to this whole cascade of negative outcomes. We get stuck in these cycles of poor planning and constant overcommitment. We end up with more regret, we undermine our own self-control, and we get really, really bad at predicting what will actually make us happy in the long run. Here's the bottom line, the crucial point. We build these solid bridges to the future, assuming the weather will always be sunny and perfect. But when our internal conditions, our moods, our energy inevitably change, those bridges just crumble. But hey, it is not all bad news. We can absolutely fight back against this bias once we have the right tools. So here are 4 ways you can adapt and basically build a better crystal ball for predicting your future self. First, get in the habit of accounting for mood changes. Before you commit, just ask yourself, okay, realistically, how am I going to feel about this when I'm stressed or tired or hungry? Second, delay those big, irreversible decisions whenever you can. A little cooling off period can reveal what your true priorities are. Third, and this is a big one, consult your past self. Your history of bailing on that early morning workout is a much better predictor than your current burst of motivation. And finally, build in flexibility. Create plans that can bend without breaking. All right, let's wrap this up by looking at the big picture. Think of this as the one core idea you should send as a note to your future self. This really redefines what smart decision-making is all about. It's not about being perfectly consistent all the time. It's about being wise enough to acknowledge that you will change. Real clear thinking respects that evolution. And that's the final, and maybe the most important takeaway of all. You are not constant. Your moods, your energy, your preferences, they're all going to shift. And simply knowing that, truly, deeply accepting it, is the most powerful tool you have to make better, kinder, and more realistic decisions for all the different versions of you that are yet to come.